Hi, I'm Wretched. Welcome back to Library of RUINA, and more importantly, welcome back to the Hokma realization. Because I have a feeling that these are going to be really difficult, which means that I may or may not complete it today, which means that I may or may not require some help. And I can only get help if people actually know what's going on. So, we have the purple tier. And I have the purple tier basically built for guard, which was what I've been working toward all along, trying to get a really good guard build, using overcharge to gain charge, to spend it to draw pages and restore light. That's my whole vibe, as well as using Iron Wall to gain endurance, to boost our guard even higher, as well as we have Mind Hauler and Health Hauler. That's just for stability. We have to go long in this, because we haven't fought a realization that's been really quick. So I'm assuming that this is going to be a long, drawn-out, just brawl. This is the battle of heavyweights. There is no blocking. I mean, there's a lot of blocking, but there is no guarding in my metaphor of boxing. It's just we're going to be swinging. So heavy-hearted Forte so we could do stagger damage, and then liquid flesh to increase the defensive dice power. That's my main focus. Not only that, but Blockma is a thing. People that have confirmed that Blockma is a valid build. So I'm going full Blockma. I do have one dodge dice, so if I need to, I can dodge. I don't think I need it. I think I just need deflect, because I think that's where Hokma specializes. I really should take a look at the abnormality pages ahead of time so I know what I'm doing. But what's the fun in that? So second, I have Alan. I gave them Youngest, as well as Mind Hauler and Health Hauler. I think that'll just be good. Alan wants to go fast. Let's let our poor boy go fast. Then we have Zhao, who I was going to have Lol in here, but I don't know. I think you have to beat them with beat Zhao, I should say. Beat Zhao with the department that you get I think they're like a headpiece. And then you get the armor that basically says, if my boy toy is here, I get a thing. And then Lal says, if my wifey is here, I get a thing. But I didn't see it, so I'm just going to use Zhao, because arguably, not really, not arguably, she is. She's just straight up better than Lal, so there's no reason to use him if I just have her. And then it would be stupid for me not to bring someone that can buff the rest of our team, so that's why I have Yan in here. Yeah, I just have Mind Hauler, and then I use Smoke with him a little bit, which helps a little bit. Any little bit where I can shave off percentages of the enemy, I'm going to use it. So Smoke is great, because applying Smoke increases, what is it? It increases power if I get up to 9, but other than that, it just amplifies the damage that they take. So we're going to apply Smoke to ourselves. Maybe... No, I got rid of that page, so I could actually get rid of that passive, but I'll just leave it. I don't know what else to do with it. There were a couple really good suggestions for what to do with this last one, but as of right now, I've spent a lot of time building and like rebuilding, so I want to see if this is going to work, so we're going to move into it. And then we have Nikolai. We have 4 out of the 5, because I've gutted the rest of my builds, but we have 4 out of the 5 who are going to heal using the Hauler passives. And then and then we have Blockma, who's going to block, and the rest of us are going to be mainly focusing on either buffing us or debuffing the enemy. And then we've got 2 between Alan and Zhao who are going to specialize on, Zhao will be status ailments and burn. And we have Alan who's just going to be raw DPS. That's my hope. That's my goal. Hopefully my thinking works out. Now I want to test them a little bit, so I'm going to do some general invites. Never mind. It's just all the same. I was assuming, since we just moved into Impuritas Civitatis, that we could... I know I'm not saying that right, but it just feels like you have to be pretentious when you say that. So I feel like that's how you're supposed to say it. But I was hoping I could get some general invites to sort of throw myself up against before I do this, because I'm nervous. The hype around these realizations and the specific order I'm supposed to do them in, actually, it's either for story or it's because they are terrifyingly difficult, and I'm worried it's the latter. I'm hoping it's just for the story reason, that this just makes sense to go in this order. If that is true, awesome. If not, I have a feeling I'm going to be... I have a feeling I'm going to need help. So if I do, please feel free, fire away. Many, many suggestions. I really, really appreciate it. I've been putting this off enough by talking too much. Let's just hop into it.
호크마, 넌 초대장의 원리에 대해 알고 있어?
Oh? This is a question I want to know too. I'm glad they address this and they just don't wave their hands and say, it's magic. Unless Hokma has no idea.
내가 알고 있을 거라 생각하나?
I half expect Hokma to be the one sending the invites. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but Hokma feels like someone that'd be like, okay, I gotta look out for my princess. And mean it. Honestly mean it, because I think he does have a lot of feelings for Angela. Kind of like a father figure.
아니면 네가 알고 있는 걸 확신하고 싶은 건가?
Yes, both. Okay, there is an answer, and Hokma apparently knows it or something. But he asked us why we would know, or why he would know. I guess let me theorize. I believe it is either A or Carmen sending the invites. And I think the only reason they know that all of these different people exist and who to send the invites to is because they are connected to the people that were touched by the light, which is pretty much everybody. Anyone that basked in the glory of the day was touched by the light somehow. But they really know the people who have a lot of the light. So I actually believe that whoever is in charge of, whoever was turned into the library, the last bastion for Angela, who I think it would be very poetic if that was A. A was the one protecting Angela with what little strength he had left after realizing that he let her down, after seeing everything that she had gone through and realizing that he was a real a-hole, pun intended. I would love for him to be the one that's like, I will protect my girl. I couldn't do it in life. I'll do it in death. And then with what life I have left, I will help her accomplish her goal. Because in the end, it'll also accomplish his goal. Yeah, arguably, that's a very selfish thing, sure. But he's doing it in a very selfless way, maybe. Anyway, what I was trying to say is I think it's either A or Carmen doing this.
내가 모르는 건 있어도 네가 모르는 게 있을까? 너희는 언제나 그랬지. 예전부터 그 시설의 의도, 해야 할 일, 모든 걸 알고 있었어.
Oh my god! She still has the child goggles. That's so sweet. Because even though she's angry, she still looks at them as being like superheroes. Because you know how eventually we all get to a certain age where we're looking at our parents, and all of a sudden these all-knowing, all-powerful beings who love us, well, not in everyone's case. I'm overgeneralizing, and I know that this isn't true for everyone, and some people go through really bad experiences with their parents. But I'm looking at this from, I guess, from what I'm familiar with, but there was a time in my life, and there's a time in a lot of people's lives, where they finally look at the people around them. Doesn't have to be necessarily biological parents or whatever, but the people who took care of them. If we're lucky enough to have people take care of us as we're growing up, and we look at them and look and see that they are human, that they can get hurt, that they can be weak, that they can not know things, that they can lie, that they can hurt us. And all of a sudden, that vision of our parents being superheroes, it's shattered, and that can never go back. And it feels like she still sort of has a little bit of that, or maybe a hope that Hokma still possesses some of that.
그리고 넌 굳이 우리에게까지 발걸음을 옮기지 않겠다고 했지. 다시는 마주치지 말자는 이야기도. 지금에서야 이렇게 올라와 이야기하려 한다는 게 생소하고 우습군.
Is there someone in his pocket? Who's us? Is someone here?
네가 내게 심경의 변화가 있는지 물었으나 그건 오히려 내가 물어보고 싶은데.
답해주지 않겠다면 이만 갈게.
매정하군. 이야기하겠다는 건지 않겠다는 건지.
I think she's just looking for answers. I think every time she talks to B, I think sometimes her heart hurts a little bit. It's probably a mixture of like PTSD flashbacks of B being the only person that really cared for her. So when she's looking at him, she's reminded of the time of lobotomy. Also mixed with, he has a way of piercing through that outer hardened shell that she likes to put up. She's got so many defenses to try to protect herself because she's been through a lot. And he just, like a spear, just pierces right into the heart of it. And I think it hurts her to know that she can't protect herself from him because he can see right through her. And I think part of that is because they're a lot alike. They both have feelings for A. They both have this idea that whatever that they were trying to achieve is right. It really is a lot of looking in the mirror. I see so much like a perfect father figure for Angela here.
굳이 내게 물어보러 올 필요는 없었겠지만 원한다면 답해주지. 질문에 대한 답은 하나야. 어떻게 너는 무에서 도서관이라는 구체적인 공간을 끌어냈을까? 네가 찾는 책이라는 게 과연 하나일까? 그게 과연 자유를 줄까? 책은 빛을 담는 그릇에 불과하다.
무슨 말이 하고 싶은 거야?
Yeah, all good questions, but I need an actual answer.
넌 스스로 나아가고자 하면서 방향키를 누군가에게 맡긴 채 빛을 수집했을 뿐이라는 거지. 세상에 대해 들은 거라고는 파편적인 정보밖에 없었을 텐데 나아갈 수 있는 건 그건 한 사람이 이끌어주기 때문이야.
She's going to absolutely lose it. I can already tell.
초대장은 너의 원본인 사람.
Oh, it is Carmen. Oh, good. That actually makes me feel a lot better. So she shouldn't be as mad then.
카르멘이 인도하고 있는 거다. 빛과 동화한 카르멘이 너와 도서관의 방향성을 정해주고 있어. 그녀가 점 찍어주는 자들에게 초대장이 가고 그들은 거부할 수 없이 이 연옥으로 향하지.
Nice. That means that arguably very early on, we had a good guess then. We totally guessed that Carmen, as being assimilated with the light, would be the construct of the library. And that she would be the one handing out these invites. And she would also be in touch with all the people who have the light because she is part of the light. Carmen just goes from being one crazy distortion level event to being another actual distortion level event.
엔젤라, 넌 그 초대장을 절대적으로 믿는 것 같더군. 카르멘의 해석과 판단이 범람하는 선택인데도 말이야. 넌 그걸 어렴풋이 알고 있을 테고.
You would think she would, especially since she does have a lot of Carmen's memories. She would sort of feel like, oh, this feels familiar. But at the same time, that's why it sort of feels familiar and it feels comfortable for her. How am I going to say this the right way? If the past iteration of myself was making choices for me now, it would feel like I'm making those choices. It would feel like I'm having that choice, and that's because we as a collective are essentially one person, deviated at some point, and then changed as we experience different experiences in life, but it would still feel very much like the same person making the same choices. So I could sort of understand, like, oh, okay, this is me. I can sort of feel it, but I'm not making this choice. But it's the choice I would have made. So that obviously means it's got to be the other person. But at the same time, then I would think to myself, well, that's okay. I like me. I think me would like me too. And look out for me. Or however I'm trying to... I think you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying it well, but whatever I am saying, it makes sense in my head. In other words, I think Carmen is looking out for the best interests of Angela, and I think Angela feels that and sort of knows, and that's why she sort of trusts her. Similar to like a child trusts their mom.
내가 카르멘에게서 벗어날 수 없다는 말을 하고 싶은 거야?
이제 알지 않나? 넌 카르멘의 복제본, 동시에 같은 존재가 될 수 없는 자.
That is a touch harsh. This form of Benjamin feels a little bit more crass compared to the other one. There was a little bit of abrasiveness that I didn't feel in our previous iteration of Hokma. So now this is someone that lost their best friend, lost all of their work, and is mad at Angela. So obviously he's going to treat Angela kind of like a jerk a little bit. I get it. So, but there's times that he feels a little too harsh. Like, it could have been put a little bit easier.
카르멘이 겪은 시간은 나에게 직접적인 경험 없이 주입만 되었어.
Right, exactly. It's hard for them to deviate completely from one another. How can they not be essentially the same person? I know they have their own experiences, and that's where it stops. But other than that.
알매 상태로만. 난 카르멘에게서 벗어나고 싶어. 동시에 카르멘마저 나를 떠난다면 진정으로 혼자가 되겠지.
Oh, that's so sad.
네가 카르멘을 떨쳐낸 후에도 누군가 곁에 있어줄 수 있지 않겠나?
그래? 과연 누가 곁에 있어줄 거로 생각해?
그건 모르는 일이지.
What an asshole! No! I know he's just being coy and just playing hard to get, but it would have been so touching if he said, I would be with you even after this. Not, I guess we don't really know, do we? I hate the hard to get people. Either you do or you don't. Let's not play games.
난 너희가 죽을 만큼 미워. 지워버리고 싶었어.
No, there's the anger. There's the brooding.
가능했다면 되살리고 싶지도 않았다고. 하지만 그럴 수 없었어. 카르멘이 날 막았으니까.
Oh.
너희를 죽이지 말라고. 한 번만 믿어보라고.
She was looking out for Angela. Because Angela has to go through all of this in order for Angela to grow. Because it was not for everyone else's sake. I guarantee it. Carmen at least knew that Angela was going through a lot.
엔젤라, 정말 카르멘이 널 막았다고 생각하나? 난 아니라고 생각한다. 사서와 손님의 목숨을 유보하는 건 엔젤라 너의 뜻이지.
다시 시작할 수 있으면 좋겠어.
Oh, see, she really cares about all of these people, really and truly. That's why she kept for thousands of years, kept trying to somehow break this cycle so they wouldn't have to go through all of that horrible torment. Because they went through horrible emotional torment. Every cycle, they went through it. And she had to watch them start over as these people full of life and love and happiness and slowly degrade over time.
더 좋은 방법은 없을까? 한 명이라도 더 나은 길을 걸을 순 없을까?
See? And that's how much she loves them. I don't know how many cycles in we are. This is Lobotomy Corporation headquarters. It doesn't say cycle number. But I guarantee that this is pretty far in. And she still wants, even if just for one of them, a better outcome.
난 무엇을 해야 하지? 누군가 듣고 있다면 알려줘. 제발.
Oh, that's so full of I'm always, and I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but I'm always blown away by the voice actors. There's so much emotion. Just oozing from every line.
복도문의 개표 장치가 정상으로 작동해서 다행이야.
Oh, she shut the door. I knew it. Ah, she saved them.
제발 문을 열어주세요. 저를 버리지 말아주세요.
고마워, 엔젤라. 내가 하는 일에도 의미가 있구나.
How meaningful their work was. They needed to be depressed.
맞아요, 엔젤라님. 전 무엇도 제대로 할 수 없는 불량품일지 몰라요.
이곳에서 조금이나마 숨통이 트이는 건 당신 덕분이겠죠.
You have to micromanage them too? This is toxic workplace simulator.
전 원칙에 따라 당신이 지시하는 대로만 작동해야 하는 거죠.
You can even hear when they transition. You saw, so Malkuth went from happy, bubbling, full of life to super depressed. Yasad went from this outward spoken individual to a machine. His voice is so robotic. So he's removed his individuality.
내 마음을 알아주는 건 엔젤라뿐이야.
Oh, our little Hod. No, I knew it. Hod has to think that she's the worst person in the whole wide world.
왜 아무도 내 마음을 몰라주는 건데?
Yeah, that everybody hates her. Yep, that's about right.
당신과 함께라면 좀 더 힘낼 수 있을 것 같네요.
Oh my God! Someone help Nettie! He's broken. No, this one's bad. Put this one down. Yeah, good. Okay, see the light. Finally did something right. Our Nettie almost did work.
어차피 당신도
There we go. That's better.
모두 죽기를 원하는 거겠죠.
Oh yeah, there's our Nettie. That feels better. Our poor guy. He almost had a will to live there. Oh no. Wait, what? Oh, okay. We're fine. It's replaying all the different scenarios over and over. I thought it was panicking because even that was a little bit too optimistic for our guy.
언제나 혼자였다.
So many
처음부터
cycles.
끝까지.
Yes, you were. You absolutely were. Is this happening right now? Or is this taking place inside of her head? Because I've seen this. This is like when you first enter into the game. This is the scene you're met with, which I was assuming, and it looks like it has been confirmed, that these are all books stacked up. So there are billions of books, let's say. Maybe this is inside of her mind. So this is a metaphor for her meeting with herself. This is her dark feather outfit, which people said it's supposed to be some sort of a metaphor for a fallen angel. Or it makes sense to them, maybe, that it's a metaphor for a fallen angel. I get behind that 100%. Absolutely. But again, let's see what's actually going on here.
누군가 곁에 있을 거란 건 내 착각이었지.
Everyone's here. Gabora isn't going to go anywhere. Unless you somehow move her couch somewhere else, she's not leaving. Binna is always going to be there. Binna just, I don't know, likes chaos, craziness. And I don't think Binna really has a place to call her own anymore. So she's always going to hang out. Maybe she's talking about feeling alone. She was always alone no matter what. I will argue back in Lobotomy, she definitely was alone. I'm hoping after this, she realizes that she can open up and talk to people.
난 그리고 너희는 이용당하고 버려진 것뿐. 그런 대본이었으니까. 처음에는 몇 번을 시도해보았다. 실패해도 다시 다가가고 실패해도 절망하지 않고 그래도 뭔가가 변할 거라고 더 나은 상황이 될 수 있을 거라고 방법이 있을 거라고 하지만 애석하게도 그 짓을 여러 번 반복했을 때쯤 이미 순수한 마음은 닳고 닳아 차갑게 식었다. 애초에 그 무엇의 관계도 우리는 싸울 수 없던 거겠지.
No, because every time she tried, or even if she did manage, X would do something stupid, and the whole cycle would start over. So even if she managed to get around all of the parameters, it didn't matter, because it was someone else's decisions that would start it over too.
대신 까마득하게 쌓아올린 책을 하염없이 읽었다.
Now? Back then? Oh my god. Wait. Is she talking about current events? Not back in lobotomy. She's talking about now trying to reach out to people and how it feels like she still can't interact with people even though there is no cycle holding her back anymore. Is that what she's talking about? Or is this just a metaphor of a towering edifice of books from the past? Now I've confused myself successfully. I can check this one off as a successful Library of Ruina video. I have succeeded in confusing
무작위로
myself
조합한
again.
글자, 의미불명, 엉망진창인 책들. 이 속에서 어떻게든 의미를 찾으려 했다.
Or this was probably at the end of lobotomy, when she first made the library. This is where she was when she was looking for a meaning to life, and she found none of it. Similar to everyone in the city. She's exactly like everyone in the city. Everyone is just looking for a meaning. Everyone is just looking for something other than themselves. Everyone is looking for a purpose. To wake up in the morning and a place to belong. And people to belong with. And she realized that because there was such an expanse between her and everyone else, because she experienced all those cycles, they only lived through one. Arguably, they only lived through one, because even though they were there, they got reset. You know what I'm trying to say. They only remember living through one of those cycles. So she has all of this information that just, it alienates her from them completely.
읽고 또 읽고 그저 계속해서 읽었다. 분명 책에는 적혀 있을 줄 알았다.
I think the beautiful thing about life is there is no meaning. That's just my feeling about life. The meaning of life is there is no meaning. We get to choose what we do with our life and how we live it. Similarly, the meaning of death is that it is meaningless. We get to choose what death means to us. And that's why we all grieve in different ways, is because it means different things to each of us. Which we can talk about that, but I'm getting off topic a little bit. I really want I hope that she can find a purpose for her life eventually, but I know she's not going to find it in any book. She has to find it for herself.
내가 가야 할 길, 자유로워지는 방법. 하지만 가능성은 가능성일 뿐이었다. 누군가 내 곁에 있다면 가야 할 길을 알려줘.
This is so relatable. Because this is exactly, I don't know about everyone else. Again, I generalize too much, but this is exactly how I feel daily. Someone please just tell me where to go. Tell me what to do. And then eventually I realize that's me. I gotta tell myself. What do I do now? And a lot of times it bubbles up. There is a lot of anger there. So I can only imagine what she must be experiencing. Because she lived a whole life, thousands of lives, where someone told her exactly what to do, how to think, and what to say. And now nothing.
난 다시 시작해보고 싶어. 나와 같이 버림받은 것들과 함께.
It's so unfair. It's so one-sided. She never got to reset. She never got to forget. Which means that she never gets a chance to start over like everyone else does. The existentialism in this is just great, I guess. It is. It's really good, but it makes me feel really bad. I have a stomach ache right now.
혼자가 되고 싶지 않아. 제발. 내가 원한 건 정말 복수였을까? 난 그저 보답받고 싶었을 뿐인데.
Right, and I don't blame her. She works so hard. She deserves at least a pat on the back.
혼자 살아남기 위해 모든 걸 무로 되돌린 건 용서받을 수 있을까?
And even from the beginning, she was looking for forgiveness?
정말 그 끝에 누군가 곁에 남아있을까? 내 선택의 무게. 이젠 모르겠어. 모두 잊고 싶어.
Okay, this is how she's feeling currently. I don't blame her. And that sort of makes sense then why she's looking to become human. Because she's observed all these humans and how they forget everything. And it's just natural for them. She wishes that she had that. It's like a superpower, that if she could just forget all the horrible things, then she feels like she could start over.
고민, 또 고민의 끝. 답은 언제나 같았다. 처음 마음먹은 대로 갈 수밖에 없는 거야. 카르멘이 알려준 대로. 책에 적혀있다고 내게 속삭였지. 내가 모르는 걸 알려줄 거라고. 나만을 위한 단 하나의 책에 모두 적혀있을 거라고. 믿을 수밖에 없는 거야. 내 곁에 남아있어준 유일한... 난 무서워.
Oh my god. That is Plague Doctor, which is absolutely terrifying, and I am well aware that of the abnormalities we're probably going to have to fight. I'm almost positive, because we've seen them before. This is the start of the end. At the tone of the 12th bell, all will be lost. So I'm assuming we're going to have to stop her before that happens. I know you're afraid, Angela. And I know that you feel like you're alone, but we're here by your side right now. And we're going to try our best, Hokma and I, to knock some sense into you so you can come back to us.
내 과거를 모두 겸허하게 받아들이고 털어내면 난 무엇일지.
You! It's just you, and this is important. That's why I want to talk about this one right now, is that this is a feeling that I've echoed to myself many, many times, and I know I've probably talked about this. I don't know how many people have been around since I've talked about this, but there was a time in my life I was going through a lot of really bad stuff happening, and I was feeling super down, and this was almost exactly how I felt. So it feels like the people of Project Moon have experienced some of these things, or are knowledgeable enough about psychology to know a lot of this, or they've helped people maybe go through this. I don't know about their personal stuff, but they're so good at this. The emotion and the decision making of like depression and hysteria. But it took forever for me to come up with the answer to that. And the answer was that once you have removed everything else in your life, it's just you. And that's okay. And we really need to get that through to her, because otherwise she's going to rip herself apart.
그동안 난 과거가 없이 존재할 수 없었어. 오랜 영원과도 같은 복수에 대한 갈망은 날 이곳까지 이끌었지. 하지만 그 모든 과거를 받아들인다면 난 무엇일까?
Oh, you would be you right now. Oh no. You gotta. I can't wait. I know the fight's gonna be hard, but I can't wait to actually see what she comes up with as an answer. Once it's done, I want to know where she ends. Because when this ends, this is a new beginning for her. If she comes to the realization that she can start anew today, we all get that choice to start new today.
아무것도 아니게 되는 것 아닐까?
Maybe. But then you have so much room to build yourself out if there's nothing there. Because she wasn't given the chance to do that, to make herself into who she wanted to be. But now she has that option. She gets to remove the rest of that, leave it in the past, and make the person that she wants to become in that nothingness. Not easy. Nearly impossible, but it is doable.
내가 알고 싶은 것도 살고자 하는 것도 모두 복수야. 살아갈 의미를 잃을까 봐. 그래서 난 과거를 받아들이기가 무서워.
I totally feel that, Angela.
과거를 향해서는 죽고 미래를 향해서 다시 생기를 얻어 살아가야 한다.
Oh, tough love, Daddy Hokma. Yeah, it's true. It is true. But what he's saying is completely right. That's the only way that she's going to move on from this. And that's the only way she'll be truly free. Because otherwise she'll always cage herself in.
그 과정에서 어떤 갈등과 고통, 후회가 있더라도 미래로 성장하며 거듭나야 해. 이를 모르고 과거에 얽매여 있던 난 뒤늦게 깨달았지.
Oh, that's why he's saying it too, because he had to go through some tough love for himself. Ah, that's actually pretty inspiring. That he's not necessarily being cold and callous to her, even though he is, but he's doing it from a place of love, because that was what finally shook him loose. Now, not everyone is always going to give people advice that's always going to work for them, because usually people give you advice that worked for them, not for you. So then you have to find it for yourself. And that's why I'm so curious to see what Angela finds for herself in this.
너 역시 지금은 혼란스럽겠지만 꼭 깨닫게 될 거야.
Oh yeah, soon enough. As we beat the crap out... Ah! It's the angels! Oh, I was hoping to work up to that point. Not right now. Okay, what are they saying? We're gonna have to deal with that horrible thing soon, aren't we? Yes, it's there already. Faith, huh? I don't really believe in stuff, come to think of it. Thank you, Heyo, for that. Maybe there's something you believe in, even if it's not anything grand. Well, whatever the belief is, it'll probably be in vain. Faith is bound to be challenged by irony. I don't know why they're saying it's all in vain. Even if they don't believe in like a deity, they could believe in something other than themselves. Because otherwise, when they're gone, then whatever that they did in their life will just fade into nothingness. Anyway, what does the red say? Alas, the sin of one person, tainted with desire, gave rise to the emotion of something, and it devoured all chances of another sprout budding. We are no different, suffering because of a single man. Wow. Before someone committed a grave sin, everyone lived a painless and peaceful life. Without a thing such as death, there was no fear. I guess there wouldn't be, would there? If you're not afraid of dying, then what would you be afraid of? Although there are fates worse than death, so not sure that's 100% accurate. Anyway, let's see what this fight's gonna pertain to, because there's a lot happening right now on the screen. Prophet, untargetable, HP and stagger resist do not fall below 1, prevents burn, bleed, or erosion. Place your trust in me. At the start of the scene, uses the combat page Baptism for the number of dead apostles. What does that do, though? From the end of the world, proceeds to the next phase after 12 apostles have been defeated. No! Why? We have to not only... What? But I can't kill them. They're undying. HP does not fall below 1. I will follow thee. Offensive dice gain +2 power against librarians afflicted with revelation. Is this revelation? True salvation. If the patron librarian dies, all librarians die with him. Oh, thank God I've got Blockma. Oh, and he's already in the guard stance! Ha! We got our best start yet. This is going to be my best start. Oh, so if this doesn't do it, I'm really going to have to change some things. Scythe Apostle. Prioritizes targeting librarian with the lowest HP. That is my Alan. Boy, that's not good, because they're all the same. They're all going to be targeting my Alan, which means we're going to have to be pulling and blocking like crazy I don't think anyone has Revelation currently, which means it's probably one of the things that they're going to hand us when they attack us. Inflict 2 bleed, inflict 2 bleed, inflict 2 bleed. No. Inflict 4 fragile. Okay. So not actually horrible, not bad. There are a couple moves that they use that are kind of gnarly. The rest of them, not so much. Blockma would be good for it. Gain 1 endurance next scene. At emotion level 3 or higher, gain 2 endurance. Iron Wall is going to be really nice. Will Overcharge beat that for sure? Yeah, I would have to roll like hot garbage to not beat all 3 of those. So let's do Overcharge here. And that'll actually give me my charge. So then I should be able to follow that up. Will that go first? That doesn't go first, does it? That goes last? Because it's like the front die that goes first? Because they're both 7s. I wish one was faster than the other, but that'll work. And then I can energy convert. So we need to pull as much damage as we can, win as many clashes as we can, try to get some really good abnormality pages if I can. I want to slow play this pretty hard, but not take too much damage. So if we can win a lot of blocking clashes, and I guess eventually, though, we would still stagger them, and any damage we do would just do a lot of damage. I want to try to get as many emotion levels as I can, as fast as I can. That way, we have the best chance whenever we crack the shell on the White Knight. Which one of these do we actually want? Deal and take twice as much stagger damage on a deflect. That would actually be really good, especially with our Blockma right now. On a deflect, deal half of the block dice roll as physical damage to the opponent. These two combined would be really good. Obviously, I'm good. That's how I'm going to beat the Angels. So this is going to be really important for right now. Let's do it. It might not help me later, which means that if I can get the second one to go with this combo, that would help me a lot. Otherwise, yeah, everything is looking pretty good. Now it's time for my Zhao to use not the mass attack, but probably this one, Jinni, because I can inflict 2 burn to all enemies now. So we can really start stacking burn. I couldn't clash with everything, so we are going to take a one-sided attack that's going to do fragile, but I mostly got everything else that I wanted to try to get. Some of them are just going to do one-sided attacks that are just basic attacks, so that's okay, but like they are so... it's stupid how strong these angels are. Even here, they're terrifyingly strong. That's a big move. Darn, I was hoping that I would stagger it so we wouldn't get hit by that one. So now we are bleeding a little bit. There's some erosion. They are staggered. We're okay here. All of our unlocks are starting to switch because I have 1, sometimes 2 in some of these builds. 2 of them are currently staggered. We need to do some damage to them, but I have to clash and win against these other 2. This fragile probably won't affect me too much, because we're going to be moving so fast that we're just going to overpower most of their damage. This is the only one I have to make sure that I beat. Everything else will take care of itself, but we should stagger that top front one. Hopefully we're going to kill these bottom 2, because I did a little bit of damage, but I also... Yeah, that was good. I didn't actually sit down to do the math on it, is kind of what I was worried about. Yeah, okay, there. That one's staggered. This one, oh, that's right. They only dropped to 1 HP, so it doesn't matter. I should have actually just unloaded on some of them. That one I think is gone. Lean Bloody Wings. Perfect. Actually, what does time do before I do anything else? Player has 30 seconds to select combat pages before the combat starts. That's actually a good one. Oh, but I worry about the time one because I really struggle with going fast. I really want to think about things. Yeah, I can't do that one. That's really good. It boosts everyone, but I need time to think because we're up against something I haven't seen before, so I need to process. I could do, although no, never mind, because I don't know what they do. Because I could sit and look at my deck and think, okay, I'm going to pick this, and this next turn. But if they do something goofy, then I'll have to figure out how to beat that. So I need, if I have to fight these again, then I'll pick time. Otherwise, Lean Bloody Wings is the way to go. And I'll do that with Hokma. There's one. And tell us, when shall these things be? Oh, that's back from lobotomy. I remember that. Wait, what is she doing? Whoa. Baptism. Recover HP and stagger resist of target by 10. Give strength, endurance, and haste to target next. Yes, please. Oh my god. Oh, that's right. The Plague Doctor was always good. It would always help you. Aw, this is so sweet. I get to relive all of the horrible memories from lobotomy. So let's draw some pages. Gain our it's so weird that it does damage to us. I got to think like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? But it does do like, I guess 1 damage technically. So she heals us for a little bit, but it's the stagger resist that I definitely need. But now we can just wail on things, which is good, because that's building so much of our economy. And I've activated, I think, almost all of our unlocks now, which is great, because unlocks are really, really helpful. Oh, now we have the spear ones. The spear ones were gnarly. Spear Apostle. Prioritize targeting librarians with status ailments. Who here has any status ailments? I guess the Prophet does. Target the Prophet. Target the Prophet. Wait, what is she doing now? Baptism. Recover HP and stagger resist. Still. Yes, keep healing us. I will keep wailing on the rest of them. Ha! Unclash Wind, destroy all dice on target. No. Absolutely not. Gain +2 power if the target has a status ailment. So they get boosted. Offensive dice gain power by the target's bleed. So they need to do bleed. So that's why the scythe ones do bleed. Besides just straight up damage. Then the spear ones gain power if we are bleeding. It's not fair. They have synergy like we do. I think this is all going to work out. I've started using Jan's prescripts too to start boosting people's strength. So we've got like +3, +2, +1s. Not to mention our command, battle command, which will also give us strength. I mean, it's just, we're getting stupidly strong really, really fast. This feels like a really, what are you doing? Oh, it was because it was counter die. So the Prophet ate our counter die. I was kind of hoping to use that, but Laceration's still a really good card. It'll still power through and do a lot of damage. We're doing so much stagger damage now. Our whole Blockma build is just insane. On top of also buffing everyone else with some of our cards. We're doing not as much damage as I would have liked, because I would have liked to have started chipping away at some of these and at least staggering one of them per turn. But again, I have to remember we're still in our ramp process, because by the time that this thing breaks loose, we're going to have to be ready for it. And go again. Lots of damage. Dodging everything, then stabbing everything because of all of our endurance and all of our strength and all of our haste. Oh, wow. We took a little bit of damage there. Not a lot. We're so strong. And the nice thing is we heal with practically everyone. I forget which one of us, I really should know, but I forget which one of us heals. Or doesn't heal, I should say. 4 out of the 5 of us heal. But luckily we do have the Prophet. They'll heal us as we go. I shouldn't rely on that, but I'm going to. At least until it takes it away. Yeah, that's good. That one's gone. That one should be next. Yes, this is what I want. All of these were good. I remember that. All allies deal +2 to 4 stagger damage for this scene. The effect of this page activates every 3 scenes afterwards. So every 3rd scene we do extra stagger damage. I think this is the one I want to go with. It's just good. And it will continue to be good. So it doesn't, I don't have to activate it, or it doesn't have to have a special thing to activate. I wanted that one. Yeah, yes, nice. There goes one, there goes the other one, and the other two are staggered. So technically, wait, what? Are they just dying? Why then? Because we staggered them? Oh, that's us. I was gonna hit a panic attack for a second. Hold on. Nostalgic sound. The effective abnormality page and a nostalgic sound denoted by the status 1 will activate in 2 scenes. But it's currently active right now, too. It's just... we're good. I swear to God. That gives me a heart attack every time I hear that. We're all endured. We all have increased strength. The prophet is looking pretty gnarly, which means that they're about to awaken. I just have to bring down... Oh, wait. What are these ones? Staff apostates. I will follow the offensive dice gain +2 power against librarians afflicted with revelation. Are you still doing baptism? Is it still a good thing? Yeah. Okay. All good so far. Here we go. She'll heal us a little bit, so I don't need to be too worried about how much damage we're about to take. Because I'm letting a little bit of this damage go through in order to get some one-sided attacks off. Mostly on, I guess, my Nikolai. But... oh, I guess a lot of the Will of the City didn't actually beat the clashes, and I thought they would. But looks like there's some of the one-sided damage, and then the rest of this should all be us, basically, either beating them in a clash or going one-sided. Because I'm mainly focusing on my economy and trying to remove as few angels as I can whilst winning as many clashes as I can. I want to try to get at least one more abnormality page if I can. But that means my Zhao needs to clash and win next scene, I think. Oh no, we got it right here. Silence, what does this one do? Add a silence page to the hand. Take 15% of max HP as damage. All other characters lose 5 speed. Add an amplify page to the hand. So all other characters lose 5 speed. That actually wouldn't be bad. It's hard though, because taking that 15% max HP as damage, that's a lot of damage. Otherwise, I could slow my Alan way down, which would actually speed him up because he'd go infinite with all of his dice. Yeah, I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to use Penance, I think. If any character is staggered at the start of the scene, they take 3 to 7 damage, and all allies gain 1 strength. That just feels good. What? If any character is staggered at the start of the scene, they take 3 to 7 damage, and all allies gain 1 strength for this. All allies gain 1 strength for the scene. Oh, so this character takes the damage. Is that what I'm getting from that? I'll give it to my Hokma then, because they heal like crazy and they're my current like blocking champion. Or should it be Nikolai? I'll give it to my Hokma. Don't even think about it. Just do it. Because if Hokma dies, they all die. That's what I was worried about. But I don't think my Hokma will die. Because he's just beefy right now. Wait, she gets speed dice depending on how many angels are there. I see how it works now. So I want to try to remove these angels when I'm fighting the White Knight. Context clues are important. But I think the only way we really gain in strength right now is if my Zhao can flip their emotion level. So I'm going to let them clash. I'm going to hopefully stagger these two, but I'm not going to use a lot of pages from some of my other librarians. Because I want them to sort of take a little bit of a breather. We're going to gain pages, gain lights. Because when these two die, it will toll midnight, and then everything is going to just go nuts. This is where... this is the easy part, where I'm ready for the hard part. Good, my Zhao flipped. There's one. And here it is. Come on. Where's the sound? Oh yeah, there it is. There's our terrifying baby embryo, biblically accurate angel. Oh, our biblically accurate Angela. The time has come. Uses the combat page Rise and Serve Me on the first scene. Starting with the third scene, uses the combat page I am thy savior every 3 scenes. Rise, my servants. Rise and serve me. What a long passive. Summons 2 guardian apostles on the second scene. Cool. So, we're going to have to deal with the apostles. Lots of them. Lots of craziness happening. Why is my Zhao all of a sudden superpowered? What did I do? Is it because fervor kicked in? No, that's emotion level 3 or above. What did I do? The shoe's suddenly all powerful. I don't know what I did, but currently my Zhao is absolutely amazing. Let's see what they have to say really quick. Well, damn. I didn't want to face it ever again. Me neither. No one who seeks salvation here is normal. And it's a hassle to deal with the blind ones. Oh, the angels are blind. That makes total sense. That's why they just have those massive attacks that just clear hallways instead of actually attacking anyone. There's got to be a way to refute religion, though. And it will be such a harsh thing to do. Ye who are drenched in sin, rise and face me. I'm here. I'm ready. Ready to rock. What kind of ego do we have now? Yep, this is it. This is the one. Inflict 8 burn on everyone. Definitely want to do that one. Gain 2 strength and endurance next scene. That would also be good. We have Pulao, though, which will inflict 1 feeble and disarm next scene. I don't know what is best to do in this current situation. We know how to handle the angels, so they're not that big a deal. But I would like to do some pretty substantial damage to her right now. So Raging Storm Love might be good. What is she using? That will actually dictate it. The Patron Librarian cannot redirect this page. Targeted librarian dies at the end of the scene. There is nothing I can do about that. And she's doing it through twice, not 3. She's doing it twice, so she's going to kill off 2 of us. Is there one of us that can stop that? There's nothing I can do. So I'm just going to do as much crazy damage as I can while I can, I guess. Because it's on use. It's not, and it's ranged, so it goes first. Do I have to beat her in like 2 turns? Or what's happening? I guess I'm just going to do all my mass attacks then. But is there any way that I can somehow save our little idiots? I'm just going to do this and then just do as much damage as I can, which means I spent most, if not all, of our lights. So this is either going to be huge payoff or horrible, bad, terrifying payoff. I've tried to target each of those die using mass attacks, so hopefully maybe they'll break those dice and they won't use them, so we won't die. Just theoretically, but I don't think that's how that works. So otherwise, I'm just going to start wailing, and I'm going to use as many dice and pages as I can and lights and hope for the best. Because if we can stagger her, then we can bring her down. But otherwise, this just feels like it's going to be just my Hokma blocking everything and trying not to die. They just died. So there was nothing I could do about it. What is going on with these two, and why do they have weird blue glowy eyes? Did the scythe ones always have weird blue glowy eyes? What? Why do you have protection 10? Why? Well, good thing burn and feeble and everything else I stacked on her won't really matter. I'm really feeling it now. You know, the lack of lights. I kind of screwed myself a little bit thinking I could overpower her quickly, or at least do as much damage as I could before everyone died. But I think we'll be okay. I should be able to come back from this. Oh, these angels are actually, they are surprisingly strong. I won't say that I'm gonna lose this, because I think all I have to do is bring down all of these angels, and she'll get weakened as I bring them down, but I can't guarantee that. That's just context clues from last time. Oh no, never mind. They just suspended? Then they get resurrected. This is just going to be a long fight, isn't it? Never mind. It probably won't be that long. She's using mass attacks now. It does stagger damage. She's trying to stagger us. Ah, that'll literally kill us if that happens. So Nikolai needs to start hitting, because we're taking random stagger damage just from Reverence. Is the whole point of this just to have Hokma be the last librarian alive, and then somehow he does something stupid to win this? Because I don't see this just going to be a long fight where she's just going to draw this all out and just chip away at us until eventually we lose. Oh, big move. We're okay with the first one. Here comes the second shot. We're okay with the second one. Yes! We're okay! All of that is gone. Whew, that's because that is a nasty mass attack. Her next couple moves are going to be pretty bad too, because I'm assuming that that's going to be the one where she's just going to kill a couple of our librarians. Hopefully she doesn't ever target Hokma with that. Otherwise, we'll just die. Although everyone else can pull it away. Hokma can't, but everyone else can. We're doing a little bit of damage to her. We were able to stagger. Oh, that's us. Okay, good. God, I can't pick that one. That one just terrifies me. But all the other ones are staggered. We should be pretty good. There's only one currently that is not immobilized. So if I can crack the other two and immobilize them, and then she's just doing defense stuff. So I think as long as I can keep cracking these angels and then just chip away at her, I think we can win this one. Let's see if that's even possible. So we've... oh, yes. We staggered this one. Good. So that means that one's going to be staggered next scene. We should crack this one, hopefully, if we did enough damage. And then we should crack this one right now. Maybe not. Yeah, right now. There. That one's gone. So that one should be immobilized. Do we do it? Yeah, that one's immobilized now, too. So good. That means all of them are currently immobilized? Yes! They're currently all immobilized. All of them. Well, one is staggered, but the rest are immobilized. She's not doing the one-hit kill, right? She's not. This is okay. All she did was rebalance things a little bit by removing two of our librarians, because now she has the advantage. But as long as she's not doing anything that's going to absolutely one-shot us, that's okay. So I should be able to restore a couple lights, do some damage. This should work. This should immobilize... this should immobilize that angel completely. As long as, again, as long as we don't roll minimum. Otherwise, we're doing a lot of damage to her. We're actually doing a lot of damage to her. Yes, it died. Good. The angel's gone, and she's finally in a state where we can actually do something. I probably should have just unloaded everything I had on her, but I needed to save some of our pages, because as I thought, it wasn't happening. We weren't going to bring her down. Everything is immobilized, but she just did something nasty. It's that mass attack again. Now try this, because we don't have to worry about them. Hopefully we roll really well. First one looks good. Second one looks good. Nice! We beat all of it. Luckily, we are getting crazy stacks of strength and crazy stacks of endurance. So we are doing pretty well there. I'm also using Battle Command constantly to try to make sure that we stay strong. We need to be able to beat all of her attacks, especially some of those mass attack ones, because they do stagger damage. And if we get staggered, we're going to die. Mind Hauler and Health Hauler, it has essentially leveled the playing field. Because now all we have to worry about is just one of the angels. And I love that it sort of corresponds with every time she uses this, my blue star triggers. And all of a sudden, we can stagger and kill the next angel that comes up. And just keep chipping away at her. Now it's a little bit of a risk here, but I'm actually gonna try to not focus so much on this angel. I'm just gonna try to block it, or clash and win, and then try to focus on her mostly with my damage. We're gonna switch our strategy and hope that I can still manage to stagger that other angel, or possibly stagger her soon. We're looking pretty good. It's gonna be close. Can I stagger her this scene? Yeah, there it is. That means we're gonna kill her next scene, or maybe follow it up and kill her this scene. Follow up? Yeah! Oh, wait, what? She's just down to 1. What happened? She's just down to the... Did we do it wrong? Where did we... Yeah! Hokma, sir, is there another way we can do this? We ought to keep faith with unwavering resolve. Can I activate my friend? I forget what it's called, but it's like 1 in 100 sins. Will 1 in 100 save us? Because I think we just lost. We're just staggered. There's nothing we can do. Why art thou in fear? All librarians are staggered on the first scene. Uses the combat page. Do not deny me. I am with thee. Summons 2 guardian apostles on the second scene. Apply blah to patron librarian. I definitely have blah. It's right there. True salvation, I think. Blah. Remove all combat pages from the patron librarian and give him special combat pages. Yes, please. Special combat pages would be nice, please. Start of the scene. Give 5 protect and stagger protection to Paradise Lost. I shall preserve thee. Prioritizes targeting librarians that attacked Paradise Lost in the previous scene. The Reborn has the same resistances as the key page of a certain librarian. Which certain librarian? Oh, I see. You mean these resistances. I got it. Okay, well, what do I do now? 1 in 100 is going to have to save my butt, because... How do you stagger all librarians? All librarians other than the patron librarian die at the end of the scene. Everyone else is dead. It's just Hokma, and they're doing 66 damage against us. Unless I have an Uno reverse card in my back pocket, this isn't working. What do I do? Do not deny me. Well, there they go. They're all dead. Yeah, the Crown of Thorns! That's 1 in 100! We're staggered again. What do I do? How do I fix this? I don't want to be staggered anymore. I guess I'm just gonna keep hitting button and see what happens. There's nothing I can do here. I have all my basic pages. Again, the Crown of Thorns is there, so maybe 1 in 100 will save me. Mass individuals. It's a 666 6666. Oh my god! Behold my power. Go for it. Ow. Ow. I think we're okay, but only because it's not doing any damage to us. Did I win? Good news, everyone. We have extra stagger damage. Oh, that's because we have 100 protect and 100 stagger protect. I'm going face. Hold on. Ooh, actually, this is blunt damage. Let me try something. Not that I really need to do this, but let's go to our blunt build. There. Now, behold my power. What did I do? Oh my god, what did I do? Oh my god, what did I do? I did it and I broke it. I won, but I broke it. Oh no. Can I go back to the piercing? Oh, I can't because you could only go to 1 stance at a time. Will this just work? What am I done? I was just being stupid. I'm sorry. I can't take any damage, but what am I gonna do now? Oh no. Oh my god, what am I gonna do? Because look, they're just immobilizing me, so I'm just gonna be immobilized for the rest of the time. Or they're sealing dice is what they're doing. Okay, I have the move back. I just have to wait. I just have to wait until all this sealed dice goes away. Can I speed this up more, please? They can't do any damage to me. No, you know what? I deserve this. This is what I get. I totally deserve it. It's an infinite loop of sealed dice now, though. I don't have enough dice. They're just gonna continue to seal them. I actually don't know what I'm supposed to do. Oh, they only sealed 3? No, they sealed all of them again. I broke it. I broke it. I did it. I succeeded in breaking the game. I have won. I'm gonna have to do this all over again. I can't think of a way to beat it. I can't lose, but I can't win. I'm gonna have to do this all over again, but I need a break. I just... I need a break. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back to this part. Actually, the first part is pretty easy now that you sort of know what's going on. This part is where things sort of get complicated. We're going to lose 2 of our little nuggets. I have to make a decision which 2 I want to lose. Again, I think I would be better off losing my Yan and my Zhao. And just using their big moves right now and getting them out of the way. But I didn't want you to miss this. I'm going to use all of our mass attacks that these 2 have. Get them done out of the way, and then inflict as much burn as I can and as much status ailment as I can. As well as hopefully maybe just mass attack all of the angels down. So far it's looking pretty good. I think we should be able to destroy all of their dice, which means that I don't need to worry about doing any damage to them right now. I don't need to clash against them, nothing. I can just raw damage directly to her. So this is essentially a free shot at her, while also Blue Star is active, meaning that we're doing a lot of SP damage. There. Unfortunately, those 2 are gone. What? Wait. What? No, I pulled that. I redirected that damage. I needed my Nikolai and my Alan. Why do I keep breaking this fight? What is happening? I pulled all of it. Yeah, sure, it was with mass attacks, but the rest of us only hit that back die, which shouldn't have... Oh well, I mean, we'll be okay. At least we should be. We should still be okay. I'll just pull everything with my... Blockma, but... Alan goes infinite and does so much extra damage. That's what I was relying on. That straight just DPS machine. Please don't let us get staggered and please don't let us die. Yes, we beat that one. And the next one, I know it's a 7, so yeah, we beat that one too. We're doing good. Everyone is perfectly fine. Now there is an angel back. Don't have to really worry about that though. If we kill her right now, we're not going to. Even though she has, what was that, 38 burn? So we're chunking away at her HP with just the burn. She's also really fragile, so she's taking extra damage that way. We're also doing extra damage, as well as extra stagger damage anyway, from some of our abnormality pages. But other than that, unless we can just keep stacking burn, there really isn't going to be anything too flashy. We're just chipping away at her. Oh. Well, that's bad. That one's back. The top left. That's actually better because it has more burn on it anyway. so we can chip away at it faster. And actually, we're not quite there, but we're almost in reach of just doing all of our ego pages because we get all of those back every turn. But it makes sense that I would. So let's do this right now. It'll also inflict more burn on everyone because it's going to hit everybody. And then I want to make sure that I can get a little bit of economy in here because I don't want to leave my Xiao completely defenseless next turn. Big move time. Yeah, there's a big move. That's pretty good. That cracked all of those pages from her, and it cracked all of the pages. Actually, they're all counter, so they wouldn't go up against that mass attack anyway. So she just ate that damage. Ow, ow, ow. Stop it. That hurts. That hurts my soul. Stop it. We should be okay. I don't think we're losing those clashes too bad. And then everything's going to go one-sided after that, so she's going to take so much damage. Yeah, down to 91. We should be able to crack her, hopefully, this turn. I do need to be careful, though, because pretty soon she'll be summoning another angel, so I have to kill this one off. Another big move! I should be able to, hopefully... Oh, I didn't stagger it. Oh, that angel got that hit off. So that's probably a revelation. Did I just get revelation? I don't know if I did or not, but we're close on her. This might actually do it. If we can just pop through... Oh, yeah, she'll die to burn. We're okay. She'll die to burn, and then all of our other librarians will be dead, and there will be a Hokma. And then I don't touch anything, and don't be stupid. Don't do dumb stuff. Don't do dumb stuff. Don't do dumb stuff. Go. Beat it. Okay, 1, we beat. 2, also beat. Oh, she rolled a 5 again. I was wondering what was going to happen. Like why it didn't re-roll, but we're good. It did, and we beat it both. So that means we are not staggered, and we are fine. Let's kill this angel really quick. Yep, it is dead. And let's kill her really quick. We didn't even have to stagger her this time. We're just going to kill her outright. Oh, good. We staggered her anyway. So the rest of the damage going through to her is just going to be just straight up fatal damage. That's a lot of straight up fatal damage too. Good. Beat her. Now, don't do dumb stuff. Don't do dumb stuff. Did we do it wrong? Where did we? Hokma, sir, is there another way we can do this? We ought to keep faith with unwavering resolve. Don't do dumb stuff. Did nothing I can do, so I just let this go. They die. Unfortunate for them. Oh, wait, no, they don't. They don't. Oh, that's right. That move just kills them. There's nothing I can do about that. They are sacrificed to the White Knight. Now, Hokma is alive. Hokma still cannot do anything else. Hit button. This does a lot of damage. But we're okay because we are protected by 100, which is crazy how strong that is. All good. Everything looks great. Don't touch anything right now. Don't do dumb stuff. This is it. This is the one. Hit one button. Okay. We're good. Now, mass attack, penitence. This page deals a fixed amount of damage. It does exactly the amount that we need. I will attack her, and that will attack all of them. That's the attack is there. Hit the button. There it goes. Yeah! Don't do dumb stuff. What is going? Why is it stopped? Oh? Oh. They're dead! Yay! It was just one button press away from victory. Oh my god. I can't even enjoy it. I can't enjoy it. Repeat after me, please. Don't do dumb stuff. The reason I'm taking a minute is I need to let that go. And I'm struggling with that because there is an actual revelation. There is an epiphany that Angela's about to have. And there's a lot of emotion that's going to be in this next scene. And I am so... I don't know a kind way to describe how pissed off I am right now, so I'm just going to say it. About the fact that I broke that trying to do something stupid just for the lulz. Because I didn't need it. It does a fixed amount of damage. But I thought how silly if I could just boost the power of that one die. So it does, instead of 666, it does 667. Or 8. Because I think it would boost it by 2. But, funny. No! What? What did you realize? Huh?
난 당신이 원망스러워, 벤자민.
Aw. How sweet. Our girl. She really is growing up.
알아. 그리고 모르지.
You do not? You do not resent yourself, or you do not resent Angela?
우리의 마음과 이해가 완벽히 일치할 수 있을까? 선생님과 나, 그리고 모두 그렇기에 실패한 거겠지.
난 그런 너희의 계획을 망쳤는데 왜 순순히 곁에 있어주는 거야?
각자의 믿음과 각자의 해석이 과연 어떻게 겹칠 수 있었을까? 세피라들이 저마다의 기억을 찾았음에도 널 돕는 건
If I were them, I would. If I thought back and thought, boy, she's gone through a lot. And, you know, she doesn't deserve the life that she had, then yeah, I would help her out. At least if I thought I could. As long as she wasn't actually jeopardizing the world, even though it seems like she sort of is. But I think she'll come to the realization that unleashing abnormalities onto the world and watching these unkillable, undefeatable, natural disaster level events unfold will be a bad idea. What she can do about it, I don't know. But I'm sure that we could think of something. We could just release them out of the city, out into the outskirts where the rest of the monsters are.
동정이라도 되는 거야?
그렇게 부를 수도 있겠지. 내 생각으로 좀 더 그럴싸하게 말하자면 저마다의 이유로 널 이해하는 거로 생각해.
Oh, makes sense. It really is relatable, everything that she's going through. Not the 1,000 years of torment, but we all have our own issues in life, and we all have things that we have to deal with. Which is why I think they can take pity on her, because they had to deal with things too. And they weren't perfect, and they realized that. And they dealt with their crap and moved on. And now they're giving Angela that same opportunity that Angela gave them. They each had their opportunity to go through things and process things. Angela just has a lot to go through and has a lot to process. So it's going to take a lot.
빗속에서 네가 겪은 아픔을 우리도 어렴풋이 느꼈으니까.
웃기지도 않아. 멋지게 포장했지만 결국 동정이란 거네.
Isn't that all things? All things are just pity wrapped in fancy words. As far as I'm concerned.
엔젤라, 난 동정과 사랑이 별반 다름없다고 생각한다.
It all comes from the same place in the heart.
동정도 결국 그 사람이 처한 상황을 이해하려 하고 조금이라도 더 나은 삶을 살게 하고 싶어서 도움을 베푸는 것과 같은데.
Right, but the only way that they can do that is if they care about the person. Now, there's various levels of love, the same way as there's various levels of sympathy and caring about the other person. But most of the time, you don't sympathize with a person that you don't care for. If you actively despise someone, there will be no sympathy for that person, because there's no place in your heart for them.
어떻게 이를 사랑이라고 부르지 않을 수가 있겠나?
Right, exactly.
사랑을 동정이라고 부를 수 있고 동시에 동정을 사랑이라 부를 수 있겠지.
That makes oddly a lot of sense, my friend.
그리고 그건 엔젤라 너 역시 마찬가지 아닌가? 그 끝에서 굴레 속에 있는 모두에게 자유를 주려고 했으니.
너희가 죽을 만큼 부럽고 믿긴 해도 나처럼 이용당한 처지니까 겸사겸사야.
역시 누구보다 솔직하지 못하군.
Yeah. When he smiles, he feels pretty warm. Not the hard, cold, calloused exterior that he likes to project.
어쨌든
Oh, it's like looking in a mirror. Look at that. Oh, they're so cute together. I love them so much. There it is. Floor of Religion completely realized. Now have access to new abnormality pages. Which ones? I have obviously White Knight. Are we getting the angels too? Oh, 1 in 100. Okay, that makes total sense. And then baptism, and then Advent. Confession. Fully recover, stagger, resist, and purge all status ailments. Also applies to staggered librarians. For the duration of the reception, take 2 less stagger damage from attacks. I like that. A lot, actually. Baptism. Add a baptism page to hand. Cost 2. Return to hand. On play. And then target recovers 6 HP and gain 1 endurance this scene. Once per scene. This page is also included in the deck at the start of subsequent acts. So we'll have like an actual healer now. So I'll just put my Maxim in here. And then they can just heal everyone. And since Maxim doesn't take damage as soon as we get it full charge, I'll just leave him at full charge and then he could just be healing people. You get 6 HP, you get 6 HP, you get 6 HP. Advent. For the duration of the reception, restore 1 additional light at the start of the scene. If the selected librarian also has the abnormality page Baptism, its effect is enhanced. Target recovers 12 HP and gains 2 endurance this scene. Yes! My Maxim just sits in the back row with Baptism and Advent and then just spoon feeds my Blockma health and endurance. And Blockma just blocks everything. Oh my god, we're going to be so busted. Obviously, if we have all of our best pages in one department, that's not going to be the case, though, because I'm going to have to spread out the love again, because I was warned that I would regret it if I have all of my good pages just in 5 key pages. But boy, it feels good when you do. We are so strong when you just stack all of the effects of everyone all at once. Sentinel. As long as there are other allies whom can be targeted, the select librarian will not be targeted for attacks. Did you just put that on my Maxim? Oh, no. My Nikolai with Baptism and what's the other one? Advent and then Sentinel. So they can't be targeted. So then I just do disposal and then I heal, and disposal and then I heal. And her mark is increasing the damage, and her passives are giving us endurance and strength. She suddenly looks real nasty on paper. It's going to be hard not to just have her live in this department from now on. If this character is alive at the end of the reception, resolve an additional book for every guest defeated on top of the rest of that. Holy crap. That's actually really good. If you're not running the no grind mod, that would be insane. Divine Power. While this character is alive, all other allies gain 2 protection each scene. If this character has used White Knight's ego page, allies also absorb instances of 3 or less damage. That would also be pretty broken too. Luckily for them, it's a 3 cost abnormality page, so you can't have more than 1 of those. And then Apostles. While this character is alive, all other allies deal extra damage with attacks. If the character has used Baptism 12 or more times this reception, allies also gain +1 power. It doesn't matter which one I pick. They're straight busted. They're good. Which means that We're going to have to deal with so much bullcrap in the upcoming fights. I feel it. Paradise Lost. I want a mass attack that does heavy deflect. That would be awesome. This isn't, because it's not a mass attack. It's just a melee. But on you, synchronize with White Knight for the next 3 scenes. All other allies transform into apostles while the synchronization is active. The apostles cannot be controlled or defeated. If an apostle's HP falls to 1, they cannot act until the synchronization is disengaged. The apostles transform back into librarians once the synchronization is disengaged. That is the epiphany of the oh crap button. If everything's hitting the fan, I do this, and then suddenly I've got some free HP pool that I can start using. It's completely free. It doesn't matter if they die, because they'll just come back. Mass individual on use, all allies recover 15 HP and stagger resist. Yes. This isn't a great page. It doesn't have great dice on it, but it's amazing because it just heals. And also will take out at least 1 die that it goes up against. Sound of a Star, mass summation. On hit, if user stagger resist is above 50%, deal 10 damage and stagger damage. If users stagger resist is above 50%. Yeah, most of the time we'll be above 50% anyway. It's a pretty good blunt damage die too. So we'll just do extra damage. That's not bad. It costs a lot for what it is, but I like it. On Clash Win, destroy opponent's next die. That's awesome. Absolutely phenomenal. I love that a lot. Gain a speed die for the next scene. Gain a speed die. A speed die. That's huge. You stick that on someone like Alan, and watch out, because then everything's infinite. You have so many dice that you can use. It's nice, though, that it's an ego page, because I can't abuse that system. Otherwise, you just throw that in there and clone the crap out of it. Heaven. On hit, seal a speed die of target next scene. Honestly, you do Dead Silence with Heaven, I don't even need the rest of this. But Heaven and Dead Silence together would be pretty gnarly. Because they're low cost, so you can spam them as quickly as they come up. And you're constantly flipping the advantage for yourself. And if you use both together, you'll have a 2 speed die swing, which is huge. That's absolutely monstrous. Now, we have some business to take care of. I'm assuming this is going to be the big bird. The big bad bird. I forget what that one's called, but it's where all the birds come together and fuse. The question is what am I going to use against it? I'm assuming most of what I currently have built in Hokma's floor will also work here. So, Nikolai for sure, maybe a Zhao, Alan, and Purple Tier. But I guess we're going to see in the next episode. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, and goodbye!